What's up guys, Matt back again with a different type of video today. I think a lot of you guys have been looking forward to this for a while now, but we recently redid our office. I've been talking about moving, which we haven't done yet. We're going to move around July or so into a bigger space, hopefully, if all things work out. It's just finding an affordable place is crazy, even in Texas. But anyways, we redid our entire office, so I wanted to give you guys a look at my room, my office, do a little bit of a room tour. It's nothing to really go crazy about. It's nothing super special. It's a shared office between my girlfriend and I, and we even have a place for our daughter. But I think the part that you guys really want to see is my entire collection displayed for everybody to see. So by the way, if you hear any weird noises, that's my dog. He's eating in the background. But yeah, we'll jump right into this. We'll show you guys everything. I'll probably start with kind of the newer addition into the room, and then we'll start going into the main collection. And I'll probably give a little bit of background on some of the figures and my ideology behind how I display everything. So without further ado, let's go. Oh, all right, so this is it, and I'm just gonna close the door behind me so there isn't a ton of background noise, but this is kind of a quick view of our office. Like I said, it's nothing crazy. It's certainly really nice. It's a nice to have. Here's the main collection that we'll go through. But I'm really happy that we changed everything up in here. This entire entertainment center was out in the living room not too long ago, but I'll probably include some B-roll so you guys have some extra shots and can get some better looks. I was gonna say some nice shots, but Lord knows I do not know how to make nice shots. I just kind of wing it with this stuff. There's some markings on the wall from those pictures that I used to have from my previous videos, but we are working to put some of these pictures up. We just need a couple more so things are a little bit more balanced out. So let's actually start over here. So this is kind of the big display that we've added in here. This was out in the living room before. It's an entertainment center that I got. God, I forgot where I got it from. I think I got it from City Furniture. It was a little expensive, but it is really nice. I kind of put my extra figures out here. So there are a few figures in here that are extras. I don't know how else to explain them. They're extras, but they're also kind of like the standouts. Some of them are my favorites. So I'll talk about each one here. So up here, you obviously have the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot stand from the special edition or the collector's edition of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I have the Master Stars piece, Manga Dimensions Goku from the collector's edition of Dragon Ball Fighters. I'm not a big fan of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot just because I feel like, you can really get the most out of the game if you just watch the cutscenes online. I felt like the gameplay didn't really grab me. Whereas Dragon Ball Fighters, even though I'm terrible at 2D fighting games, I love watching it. I love people like Hook Gang God and watching his gameplay, Dato Doya. They're all super cool YouTubers who play Dragon Ball Fighters. But there's also the Super Master Stars piece, Super Saiyan 4 Goku back there. He's one that I've never reviewed, and I know you guys have been looking for that. So if you do want me to review him, please let me know in the comments. And here is one of my holy grails. It is the Masterly's Extra Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. It was my very first, actually, Masterly's Extra figure. I didn't even know it was a Masterly's Extra back then. But I love that figure so much. And here we have a combination of my Super Saiyan 3 Figure Art Zero Goku, which I reviewed not too long ago, and my collection of Dragon Ball Blu-rays and DVDs. So I have the entire series of Dragon Ball on DVD from season 1 to 5. I wish they would come out with a Blu-ray version so that they could be updated, but it is what it is. I have the 4 Dragon Ball movies, and then I have seasons 1 through 9 of Dragon Ball Z, all of the Dragon Ball Z movies, and down here we have GT, Heroes Legacy, Dragon Ball Super, and Dragon Ball Super Broly, and then I have my Dragon Ball Legends Goku Black and Super Saiyan God Vegeta. I think it's the Chiyoko Dai Kaizonshu. I don't know what it's called. I'm sorry. I have some extra Pokemon cards. We collect Pokemon cards back there. Those are some extra commons that we have put off to the side. Down here, we have the Blood of Saiyan Special X Kaioken Goku that my best friend Brent got for my birthday. No, for Christmas, I think, in 2021. Still appreciate that. I have them on one of the rotating stands that I have. I actually misplaced the cord for that, so I've had to use the old one recently for recordings. I also have Towley from South Park. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of South Park. I don't find it that that funny or entertaining, but we won that. My girlfriend and I, she actually is really good at crane games, so we went to a arcade and she won that in a crane for me, so it's sentimental. And then down here we have the Super Saiyan 4 BWFC and the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan BWFC Gogeta and Goku Manga Dimensions, two of my favorite figures in my entire collection, and I have them for display down here. And then I have these old Dragon Balls within this little Dragon Ball Z box, so there's that as well. Moving on, I just got these cool little acrylic stands from my boy C-Ton from the Smash Collecting group on Facebook. That is where I primarily get most of my figures. That's where all my Japanese connects are. So if you guys want to join that group, I'll leave a link in the description for you guys to check that out. We also have my collection of manga. So I have all of Dragon Ball, all of Dragon Ball Z. I have the Jaco manga, the Yamcha manga, every current Dragon Ball Super manga. I have a couple of Super Dragon Ball Heroes manga, and then I got these recently from my best friend Brent for Christmas. It is the big volumes, Viz Big volumes, which they pack a ton of. I think it's like 3 volumes of Dragon Ball into one book. I have a replica-sized Dragon Ball for display here. It is actual size and it is acrylic. So it is fantastic. I wish I had 7 of those, but I can't seem to find them. So if you guys know, let me know. I have a wonky-eyed Raditz here that I got as an extra prize when I ordered figures from Japan. I thought he looked so funny in the face that I decided to display him. There's a chess piece from Majin Buu with B, his little friendly dog. There's 2 Paw Patrol figures that my daughter put up here for display, so I kept it there. The Scouter that I opened up with my daughter a few months back, and a bag of senzu beans that my girlfriend got me for Christmas. They're actually edible, they're like gum, but I decided to hold on to them, but I think I ate one on Christmas. And there is the recent review of mine, the Master Lee's Last One Prize, Ultimate Shenron. He does not fit on my GT shelf, unfortunately, so I have him over here. And over here are some other figures that either don't fit on my shelf or just don't belong on them. My favorite figure in my entire collection is the Last One Prize Ultra Instinct Sign Goku, the Master Lee's Extra. He's Japan exclusive and he is amazing. He's about 14 inches. There is the Manga Dimensions, Grandista Nero, Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, the Greatest Saiyan, Golden Great Uzaru Goku, and the Maximatic Ultra Instinct Sign Goku. Down here we have some other manga of mine, along with the 2 recent One Piece Master Release figures that I reviewed. I have about 12 volumes of Attack on Titan, which is my second favorite anime. I only have 1 volume of One Piece, which is kind of a tragedy, if I'm being honest. And I have a few volumes of Naruto, Boruto, and Jujutsu Kaisen, Full Metal Alchemist, Demon Slayer, My Hero, and One Punch Man. I am slacking on my manga, but eventually I'll start picking those up. Those are a couple Game Boy Advances that I share with my girlfriend and our daughter. I have the first 2 generations of Pokemon on Game Boy and Game Boy Color, a Chunkachu VMAX from the Pokemon Celebrations collection, Aku Aku from one of my favorite games of all time, Crash Bandicoot, and the Collector's Edition Pokeball that I reviewed, a few months back. It's getting close to a year now. I have pretty much every single Marvel movie on Blu-ray, including some of the Sony ones, the Fox ones, and then I have the rest down here, which are primarily the DC Comics stuff. So This is going to be put up later. This is kind of just a storage area for now. I have, a laptop, some pictures that I'm going to put up, and then figures that I have yet to review. There's that Todoroki there, but I'm waiting for the entire set to get here before I do anything else. So everything else is just kind of like storage and just extra stuff. So nothing interesting there. Here's my workspace. So to the left, you'll see this is my work computer and the work monitor. That's the ring light I use for videos. And I also have my personal computer. So this is kind of where I do all my editing. This is where I browse around. I have Discord where we play waifu games and, Pokemon games. I have my Game Boy Advance on deck there, some headphones, my microphone, my work phone, a couple accolades from work, and some gifts from friends that they got me. There's actually this Dragon Ball here that I used to do CrossFit. I did it for about a year. I was very, very into it, but I can't really do it anymore. But the gym that I went to, I made a lot of amazing friends there, and they all signed the Dragon Ball. So I thought that was pretty cool that they did that. It almost made me cry. But this is kind of where it happens. Over there, it's my girlfriend's workspace. Then they have a printing station here because she runs the biggest wholesale bakery in Texas, La Casita Bake Shop, so feel free to check them out. They have amazing food. And then our daughter has her own little workspace. But let's get into the real thing, the thing that you guys have all been waiting for, my main Dragon Ball figure collection. So let's start, I guess, from the beginning. So the way I have this formatted is from left to right, top to bottom. I have each shelf representing a different saga and Dragon Ball. What I would love to do eventually is to break them up into arcs because they are starting to fill up pretty fast. As you can see, some have a lot more room than others because of representation and the types of figures that I like. But let's go through each one. So up here to begin, we have the original Dragon Ball shelf. So we have a few figures that you have seen me review on this channel, some that maybe I haven't quite done yet. I'm trying to look. I think the only one that I haven't reviewed up here is probably the Bulma, the bunny girl Bulma from Mega House. So she's a little she's a little busty. Actually, if you put her in water, hot water, her black dress will turn red. So that's pretty cool. It's just something that you're not really gonna do a lot when you have figures on display. You're not gonna really get them wet. The Shenron is probably the biggest piece that I love on this shelf. I reviewed him, maybe 2 years ago. I think he came out in the Ultimate Variations Ichiban Kuji. But obviously the idea of this shelf is just characters and looks that have been represented in the original Dragon Ball. Characters like Jackie Chun, Kid Goku, King Piccolo, and that's kind of the way that I started that off. Next is the Saiyan Saga shelf. This is probably my best looking shelf right now. It's probably my favorite, especially the coolest thing about it is that it's mostly Masterlies figures, which are my favorites. Obviously, you have a couple of non-Masterlies figures. You have the Maxamatic Goku back there, obviously doing the pose of when he fought Vegeta. A couple cool standouts like the Masterlies, Piccolo. There's the FES Goku here. He actually is supposed to have a base under his feet, but because that takes up so much room, I found a way to actually shove a little support onto his foot, and he's kind of leaning on the Maxamatic Goku back there. So it's kind of annoying if I have to move figures around for reviews, and he probably falls over most times. The centerpiece, of course, is one of my favorites, Goku and Gohan from the Ichiban Kuji. I forgot the name of the Ichiban Kuji, but this is one of my favorites. It's so simple, but just super, super cool. And of course, the Masterlies Uzaru Vegeta and the Kaioken Goku from World Tournament Super Battle. Just kind of the World Tournament Super Battle figures grouped here outside of Gohan tucked away over there. But yeah, love this shelf. I think it just kind of breaks apart super well. In the future, I would love to break this apart into maybe a Raditz focus shelf and then a Vegeta portion shelf, but who knows? We'll need to get a good Raditz figure first before I even do any of that. Next is the Namek Saga, which is another one that I do want to split apart into two different pieces, starting with the Namek focused stuff up until maybe the Ginyu Force, and then a Frieza focused shelf with Super Saiyan, Goku, and Frieza and all that stuff. But There's a lot of great ones on here. A lot of these you've seen me review. I included the Bardock Special Bardock because there's just not, really any Bardock figures from Dragon Ball Minus and the Broly movie. Hoping they fix that soon. The Master Stars piece Frieza is here. He is an awesome figure. Probably my favorite Frieza figure in my entire collection just because he looks so good. A group of Super Saiyan Gokus here. The Dragon Ball Legends Super Saiyan Goku here on the left is probably my favorite. He just looks so sick. He was one of the first figures I ever got. And the Porunga way in the back there, just kind of, basking above everybody. But yeah, I would love to split that into 2 different shelves in the future. Now let's go on to this. This shelf has gotten a lot of representation lately, and it looks like it won't be stopping with the upcoming Android Kuji, because this is the Android Saga shelf. Another one that I would love to split into 2 someday, with a Cell focus shelf and then the Android focus shelf. But you have a lot of cool figures. There's the Strong Chains base Vegeta here. I don't think I ever reviewed him, but I could do that in the future. There's the legitimate Master Stars piece Trunks. I did a video unboxing him along with a bootleg that I got. And then there's some latest big bangers back there, like the Super Trunks, the Perfect Cell, the Masterly's Goku Day with the Dragon Ball in his hand is also a nice little touch. The Yardrat Goku, Grandista Gohan. I think Grandista Gohan was the second review I ever did on this channel. But of course the centerpiece of Super Saiyan 2 Master Stars piece, Gohan, is incredible. He is probably the second best Gohan in my entire collection, because my favorite is actually over here on the Buu Saga shelf. My favorite Gohan in my collection is right there, the Grandista Ultimate Gohan. But yeah, this is another shelf. Of course, would love to split it into 2, with one shelf being focused on the World Tournament portion, Gohan's training, Great Saiyaman, all that stuff, and then the second being focused on all the Majin Buu stuff. But as you can see, there's a lot of great figures here. I have a lot of sentimental value tied to a lot of these, just because the Buu Saga is my favorite. There's the Strong Chains Goku, the Maximatic Majin Vegeta, which is freaking awesome. Masterly's Kid Buu is also amazing. There's the Kamehameha, Final Kamehameha prize figure Vegito here. And of course, some beautiful ladies with Videl and Android 18. Moving on, this shelf doesn't need a whole lot of time on it. It is the Battle of Gods shelf. I only have Goku on there because there aren't really a lot of figures that I could put on there to represent it. So as of right now, we just have Goku. I'm hoping Banpresto makes some Beerus figures and just other characters in general that I could just stick on here. I don't like tiny figures. I don't like figures with bases. I'm sure there are figures that from this arc that we could put on here, but I'm waiting for good ones that kind of fit with the rest of my collection. A few of these Dragon Ball Super shelves, you're gonna see a pattern that there's not a lot of representation yet, and that's just because I don't feel like we've gotten enough figures that really represent these well. But here's the Resurrection F. I'm using the Back to Film Frieza, the second favorite Frieza in my collection, to kind of be the centerpiece. And we have the Master Stars piece Goku and the Master Stars piece Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta. I know there's a Master Stars piece Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku from the same collection or the same set. I actually had it, and it was one of the last figures I reviewed before my channel went on a hiatus a couple years ago. But I did not like it at all. He has like super tan skin, so I didn't think it looked that good. Over here is the Universe 6 versus Universe 7 saga. I have the Clear Eyes Goku and Vegeta representing it so far. But man, we need a lot of characters. Kaba, like Frost. Come on, dude. More figures of Goku and Vegeta in their Whis-gi. Would love that, Banpresto. Over here is a figure that I'm starting to love a lot. I just hope we get more figures to put on here. And that is the Goku Black / Future Trunks arc. We have Goku Black, the Grandista Nero that I just reviewed, which is my favorite Goku Black. There's the History of Rivals Goku, Vegito from the Super Dragon Ball Heroes, Grandista Super Saiyan Rose Goku is the centerpiece, Dokkan Battle figures. I think this one looks really cool and has a lot of potential to look really awesome. There are some Dragon Ball Memories figures of Goku and Vegeta that are just alternative colors of the Strong Chains versions I have. I will probably eventually get those, even though I don't like duplicates of figures that are just, differences in hair color, but those are super sought after and would be a great piece to add to my collection. Down here, we have the Tournament of Power. I love the Tournament of Power. It's probably my favorite super saga in the anime. The manga has continued from there, and there are a couple arcs there that I think are way better. But there's a lot of cool figures here. Obviously, the Goku Frieza combo, the Maximalic God Goku, the UI as the centerpiece from I think this is an omnibus figure, the Jiren that everybody loves, and some Maximalic figures, Dokkan Battle, even Gohan. I was able to get on here. So hoping we get more Tournament of Power figures. I mean, that's a shelf that could be 2 or 3 shelves on its own. So if we do get more Tournament of Power figures, we'd love to add them there. And this one is one that's also super packed already, that is bound to get more, and it's the Broly shelf. We have plenty of figures. Obviously, the Masterly's Goku and Vegeta as the centerpiece. I think it's the 20th film anniversary Masterly's Goku, which a lot of people love. I think it's a great figure. We have some Masterly's figures in the back there. King Cluster Broly. Just an awesome representation of different figures on here. Even my Super Saiyan God Vegeta's back there. Moving on, we have the Z movie shelf. So this is a shelf that basically is all the Dragon Ball Z movies, the non-canonical movies. You get, I basically can just put a lot of extra figures on here. Obviously the Brolys are gonna go here. Gogeta from Fusion Reborn, Cooler. But you also get stuff like, Super Saiyan Gotenks, who was in, Fusion Reborn, Base Goku in that gi. He's been in plenty of movies. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, he was in Wrath of the Dragon. And the Maximalic Goku back there, which is obviously from Return of Cooler. So lots of cool stuff could happen on that shelf in the future. And down here we have everybody's favorite, just kidding, Dragon Ball GT, which, man... Where are these figures at? Where's my baby Vegeta, Van Presto? But there are some cool ones. The Ultimate Soldiers, SS Goku and SS Trunks, are kind of but, you have the greatest Saiyan, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta as the centerpiece, with Omega Shenron looming in the back there. So, another cool shelf. And this one is another shelf that could probably end up being 2 or 3 shelves on its own. It is my Super Dragon Ball Heroes shelf. Just a plethora of different characters that could be a part of that arc, or that show rather, excuse me. But there's a lot of cool figures on here. Just super unique characters come out of there. It's just a ton of fan service. And then this one's no big deal. It's just an extra shelf. I have stuff actually hidden behind there, like my router, but those are the box sets from me collecting Dragon Ball manga. And that's about it. Yeah. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the room tour. Like I said, it's nothing to write home about yet. I'm hoping that it keeps improving. I'm hoping that I can add more and just make this really look like a nice place. And then eventually when we move, it'll just keep growing and growing. So hopefully I'll keep doing videos like these. But let me know what you think. What was your favorite shelf? What was your favorite figure? Was there a figure that you saw here that I have not done a review on that you would love to see me review? Just let me know in the comments down below. If you want to see more videos like these, or you have an idea for a different video that maybe can be something unique like this, please let me know. Subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.